Hey y'all, it's been a while, but I'm joining you after the new year. This is my first video, and I have already determined that um, I'm out of the honeymoon phase of moving to Portugal after about 8 months. And I see a lot of the news coming out of the United States of America. I do pray for the United States of America. Here, I decided to kind of start getting out more and make sure that I'm around people a lot more so I can start to like build my community. I have been doing it a little bit, but I'm really going to step it up for 2026. I'm not somebody who actually does a lot of New Year's resolutions, but this year I'm going to concentrate on doing like a more of a soft life. Like I said, I moved from the US because I felt like everything was go, go, go and excellence this and excellence that. And this year I just want to be mediocre. Like, I just want to. So I'm going to a wine and cheese making and wine tasting class now, and I'm going to take you with me. I also have a sewing class, my second one. I have to tell y'all about my sewing experience. And then I also have a vision board party that is coming up. So stay tuned. I'm going to take you with me. So I always have to do an outfit check before I go anywhere. Not that my outfit is special. Then I hopped in an Uber and just took it to the pickup point because they don't come to get you from your location. And I was surprised by this pretty rainbow. I haven't seen a rainbow like this since I lived in Hawaii. And I really used to appreciate the rainbows that would randomly show up in Hawaii. So once we got in the van, she kind of gave us a pre-brief, a kind of the trip. The trip was an hour, a little over an hour. And then we got to it. Don't ask me how to say that town's name. But then she gave us, hey, this is how we're going to make the cheese. And let's head inside. And I thought it was a cute little, it's like a farm almost, but it wasn't like a whole lot of animals. And they had a couple of dogs, and all the dogs were named after cheese. In the back, this is like their pasture area. And they have horses and donkeys, but they were not out yet. And then we went inside. Y'all, it was so cold inside. That's what you need to know about Portugal. It's always colder inside than it is outside for the places without insulation. This is the mother of a mother and daughter duo. They both own this place. And she had a really dry sense of humor that was kind of funny as she was telling some of the stories. One thing she mentioned was that it was somehow vegetarian cheese because they used this purple plant. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of it and put it up there. But right there, she's draining away from the cheese, and it's kind of just on this sliding metal board. And that took a little while, and I wonder why they couldn't do that in a better way. And I guess that's just the old-fashioned way, but it just seemed like a waste. That could definitely be done a lot faster. Then they took volunteers. And I didn't really volunteer, but they just picked people to come up. But, you know, I gave it my all. Even though I'm very introverted, I did try my best to just participate at 100%. Even though I don't think I would have mind sitting there and watching. That's John next to me. He is in the military, on the military base there. I don't know. I was trying to do what I could. We had to separate the cheese into 3 parts and then keep pressing the whey out. And then we had to like put it inside of a mold, but you know, just little by little and press it down. And then we had to start like flipping it over and pressing it down, and then flipping it over and pressing it down. I don't know if I was doing a good job, but at least mine did come out kind of at the end of the mold. And another thing they mentioned about this was that this process makes your hands really soft. And I felt like that. I felt like this was a really, like I could feel how this would feel good on somebody's hands or make somebody's hands soft. But they said for people that do this on a regular basis, their hands, and her hands were like that. their hands feels like a baby's butt. That's what they were saying. This cheese right now, the consistency and the stage, which is before it matures, they said this is how ricotta cheese is made. So when you get ricotta, the closest thing you can get to this type of cheese is ricotta cheese. Because actually, in the end, you'll see I like the taste of this cheese. I didn't like it aged. I thought the aged cheese was too pungent for me. Almost like, you know, how blue cheese is. Like, yeah, I don't like really, really strong cheese. So, yeah, this took a while. And you can't hear it in the video, but she was on us about making sure we're pressing and turning and pressing and turning. And then we had to just pick it up and then remove the mold from it. And I was hoping mine didn't fall apart. I was so happy mine didn't fall apart. I was so happy. And then we sat down and we sampled everything. That bread was so good. I don't know what kind of bread that is, but that's some kind of chutney. It's the cheese we made. And then they gave us the cheese after it's been aged. I did not like the chutney, which I thought it was going to be sweet. I thought you tasted and it was going to be like some kind of jam. But I had to look it up. Chutney is I guess it's like a jam, but it's not sweet like that. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I did not like the aged cheese at all either. And I didn't even put, that's wine. That wine was so strong. But then we went off and we went to the wine tasting part. They're all in the same area. So we just kind of, we drove, but it wasn't far. We could have probably walked, and then we came across this great waterfall, and they said that the grapes used to be like purple. And over time, I guess the sun has changed the colors of the grapes. But nobody would know. They look like white grapes. I thought it was kind of cute. And then we headed into the wine, like the winery dispensary store. And I really liked it in here because they had, and I'll wait till you see it, but they had this pretty interesting machine that once we come around it or come up to it, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. But again, it was kind of chilly, but not as cold as being inside that place, that classroom that we were in. And this place definitely has some installation. That's one thing y'all need to know about Portugal. Most places don't have installation. But they had on display their different wines where they would grab them from the back if you decided you wanted to buy some. I did get some. And I'll probably taste test those on video once I open them. But I'm not opening them. I'm probably going to use them for a party that I'm going to have. This is me just trying to pass some time because we had a lot of time here, y'all. We had a lot of time in this place. This is the machine I was telling you about. Literally, you use a card and you just select which one you want. And I had some kind of, I want to say it's like a muscadine, but they called it something else. I put it on the screen. And I thought it was sweet but dry at the same time. Yeah, she gave me a glass of wine because the group that you saw, they tasted, because you could taste it by threes. Like they give you like a white wine, a red wine, and a dessert wine. It was something like that. Yeah, the Moscatel or something. But I had the purple one. They had different versions. I had the purple one. And I just drank it, but honestly, I don't think that would be my choice because I felt like it was too dry for me. I don't really like dry wine. Some of these wines were over $100, or €100, I should say, which is a lot more than $100 these days. And then we finished off by walking, and we came across this antique shop. And the antique shop was really cool. Like, honestly, I needed like a toilet paper holder that they had, some antiques, but they were very expensive. And I'm sure the antiques are supposed to be expensive, but I just didn't want to pay that. They were over €100 just for the toilet paper holder. And I don't even know if I captured a picture of the one I was looking at. But I thought they had some interesting items in there. If I lived closer, maybe I would return and take more time to look in there. But I live too far from there. It's over an hour from Lisbon. And yeah, those cute keys. I always like antique keys. I don't know why I think I need to just start collecting them. Because I love antique keys. And my place that I have, that I have here in Portugal, it still uses antique keys on the interior doors. And then we went to this cafe. This is the best cake. This is the closest cake that I found to United States cake. Like I used to love this place called Piece of Cake, and you got to know it. It's in Georgia, in Atlanta, and that cake that they had tastes like piece of cake. And I took some to go. I didn't eat it there, so. Yep. Thank y'all for joining me.